Yet another humanitarian and compassionate grounds application for a single mother from India is probably going into the approval stage, and I'm using the term probably for a reason. So applied for this, ladies permanent residency application from India when actually she was in India and then she flew to Canada on a super visa. But we applied for this when she was in India, right? So about 18, 19 months back, she's a single mother, as I've said, absolutely no support system back home. All the children are citizens of Canada and they're obviously living here for a very long time. After the father expired, the children thought that probably it's the right time for the mother to have a permanent residency status. Keeping in mind the volatility of the parents and grandparents program, we suggested to go in for the HNC application because this case, in my opinion, has got merits. 18, 19 months processing time, lots of document requests, again expected part of the process. Yesterday, we received the request to pay for the right of permanent residency fees. Now, we as an organization, we do not pay all the government of Canada processing fees right up front for a reason. We only pay the processing fees. Then the biometric request come, we pay for the biometric fees. Once the RPRF fee request come, only then we pay the RPRF fees. And this is for us to have an understanding how the process is going. From my experience, I have not really seen a single case where the government is requesting for the RPRF fees and then they're refusing that application because a right of permanent residency fees to be paid only when the person is supposedly becoming a permanent resident. So I have all the reasons to believe, fingers crossed, that hopefully we will receive the confirmation of permanent residency within about 3-4 months. That's the usual processing time, and I'll obviously update that in the video. But this is a classic example and very interesting example to share that because the parents and grandparents program have completely been stopped. Well, technically it's stopped temporarily, but we all know for all practical purposes it's probably stopped. Agency for parents would probably work in some instances, not all, obviously. Okay. But we also have to understand that there is a humongous amount of people that are applying for agency. And I could confirm that 99% of those people probably do not even qualify, right? But they're just applying them for the last resort and everything. And therefore, the processing time would go up 100%. So if you're thinking in this line to apply for HNC, particularly for your parents, it may be a good idea to decide whether to go for it or not because the more you delay, the processing time is going to be longer. It's not that you have to start literally everything today, but it is important to plan things in advance to ensure you are able to take advantage of the situation.